Okay, we're on the record in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Carly Hester, file numbers 19-01336 and 22-01704. Council appearance.
Chris Martin for the people.
An assistant public defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant, Carly Hester, who is appearing separately by video.
Oh, thank you. Today was the date that was set for another pre-trial. I think there was an offer extended at his previous court date, and he wanted time to consider. And my understanding is that he's going to accept the offer.
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, and we, furthermore, after discussing it with Mr. Hester and Mr. Martin, we would stipulate to restitution in this matter being $240.
Okay, so the last offer I've noted was for him to plead guilty to the file 19-01366 added count of larceny under 200 with restitution. That's still the offer.
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Hester, you still understand that to be your offer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you want to accept it at this time?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Okay, and Mr. Hester, you have the right to proceed to a trial. You have the right to have a trial by jury, or you can have a trial by judge. You have the right at the time of trial to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecution prove each element of the charge being brought against you, and they have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses the prosecution intends to call. You have the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence at trial that you believe would further defense to the charge. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to waive each of those rights today?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has there been any threats made to you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, I am.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, I'm not.
Do you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to either a current employer, or you might have to report it to a future employer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and also you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that may have some impact on any immigration status that you might be seeking.
Yes, I do.
As to the added count of larceny under 200 in file number 19-01336, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Not a factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hester, on January 8th of 2019, were you at 320 East Michigan Avenue in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes, I was.
And at that time and location, did you steal 6 bottles of wine that belonged to Bodie's Chop House at the value at a property, the value of which was $240?
Yes. Yes.
And it was that meaning the wine was not yours, correct?
It was not.
And you did not have permission to take it from Bodie's Chop House?
No, I did not.
All right, Your Honor, no further questions.
Mr. Martin, do you have any questions?
No further questions.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. I don't believe that Bodie's intends to attend a sentencing hearing on this. Any objection to immediate sentence?
None.
No, Your Honor.
You can make allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hester is currently committed to the Odyssey House getting treatment. He reports that so far he is doing well there. So for those reasons, Your Honor, and the fact that he's indigent, we would be asking that he be allowed to continue at Odyssey House and that any discretionary fines be waived. Thank you.
Okay, restitution will be ordered in the amount of $240 to be paid to Bodie's Steakhouse. There will be a $75 crime victim rights fee assessed plus a $50 state minimum cost that will be assessed. I'll waive discretionary fines and costs. We'll refer the total balance to collection so that you can get on some payment plan once you're completed with your treatment. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I do not.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
None for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, Mr. Hester.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Do you need to speak to Mr. Ferguson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I want to know about the fires.
Okay, Mr. Middlebrook, you got some stuff for me.
Here's all the applications I did since we had court and everything. We had court about a month ago.
Thank you. Okay, so most of these say that an employer reached out. Did you make communication with the employer?
Not all of them. Sometimes I miss a phone call and I won't be able to call back or they won't call me back.
Yeah, you can't screen out phone calls when you're trying to get a job.
Sometimes I just don't see it. It's just how my phone beats.
Well, at this point, if you're actually making genuine efforts to move, I'm just wondering how meaningful it would be for you to take a job here just to relocate. That's
what.
a job here, local here to
Because
here,
I'm leaving like more towards October time. October.
to
November.
September.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I got a month.
You know how much it takes to train somebody on a job?
I mean, yeah, but you get paid for training too. That's why it's really.
Yeah, but it's a cost to the company. You know, they train somebody that they think is gonna work there. And so you come there and tell them you wanna work there, and then you just go and jet and be out.
I need some money so
I recognize you need some money. Have you tried a temp agency?
It's about that, yes. And that's when I was working with FHI at Myers Warehouse. And it's like, when you're working through a temp, it's like they take money out and it's like I wasn't really getting paid like enough. Like they take their low portion and they it's my taxes and everything. So that's why I really wasn't trying to really go to a temp, but at this point, that's what I'm.
Okay, I'm gonna give you this back. I think you're doing, or at least you're trying. I do see several attempts for you to try to find employment. I know you need some money, so you continue to apply to jobs. I'm gonna set your next review. But the thing is, the next review will be closer to October. And so you probably want to start looking for a job there. Because you can apply while you're here. If you know you're gonna be there by October, you have to make some decisions. If I'm gonna be there by October, maybe I'll look for some employment there. That way, what you're trying to do is create a level of stability for yourself. And come to find a job for a couple of weeks so that you can leave and then go down there and find another job, it doesn't help you to establish the level of stability that you need. So think about that. I don't have a problem with you showing me that you've been making efforts to try to find a job there. I am going to require, though, that you, when it's time, if you make a decision to move, that is, you provide a proof or evidence that you're relocating, whether that be evidence of airline tickets, whatever. And then we can address these reviews and your probation status at that time, okay?
So you said, can you do that, say that one more time?
I'm saying once you make an affirmative decision, once you know you're moving for sure, you need to notify your probation officer so we can get it set for another review so we can address your probation status, okay? In the meantime, you need to continue to look for a job, whether it be here or there. You have to make that decision. I can't make it for you because I don't know what your plans are. I just think that if you're gonna be planning to move there next month, it's September, it's almost halfway through right now, then it might be meaningful for you to be looking for a job there. But that's not a decision that I can make for you. You have to make that for yourself. Talk to your mom, talk to your people that are in your village that can counsel you on which they think the best way for you to go. I recognize you need some money now,
Yes, ma'am.
but I don't know that the route you're going is gonna give you what you need, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you next review date.
And can I say,
You absolutely can.
can you like take me off a drop? I never thought 30 was dropping these pain. With the counseling, so I'm like, do I gotta do something else or like?
I'm not gonna order you to counseling. The reason why I'm not ordering you is because the assessment essentially reveals one that you, oh, I do see where the assessor put that you have a medical marijuana card. You're not interested in services to become substance free, which would include marijuana.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course, you do what?
Trying to get stop smoking weed.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
That's what the assessor said. Did you tell them that you didn't want to stop
Yeah,
smoking
I
weed?
don't know why she didn't put that. Of course I want to.
They said that you weren't interested. And in the therapy services, so that's why it wasn't recommended. I think you would benefit from it, but you're only gonna benefit from it if you're willing to participate and make a change in your lifestyle. Not gonna benefit just because I told you to go. So my previous order was for you to participate in counseling. I am going to have Mr. Ledesma find you some appropriate level of counseling. I don't see where you've tested for any positive for anything other than marijuana. But being that this is a charge that stems from controlled substance use, we want to make sure we're addressing those other substances, okay? So Mr. Ledesma will give you some recommendations on programming that you'll continue on, and you want to stop testing? Is that what you want to do?
Yes. Okay.
I mean, why would you want to stop testing so quickly? You just pled guilty to some violations and had to extend your probation.
It's just that it's like an extra bill and one basic. It's really just.
How much does it cost you to test?
$26.
$26? Okay, you know what I would rather do?
What?
Waive your oversight fee. That's the $30 per month that you have to pay to be on probation. I'll waive the $30 per month because you're gonna continue testing, okay?
Did you say I have to do another program?
I'm gonna have Mr. Ledesma speak with you about the options for some programming to address the substance abuse, okay? So I don't know, you have some, your insurance may be able to cover it. I'm not sure, but he can talk to you privately about that, okay? Because if it's not, if you don't have insurance, it's gonna cover it, then, or you can't go through maybe CMH or get it through Crystal Ray for free. I don't know how else you're gonna get the programming if you don't have any money.
What's the program for?
It's for substance abuse or substance use. Because you did score for a mild substance abuse disorder. Actually, it was moderate.
I don't.
Which is a little bit.
Man, I'm sorry. I just don't do no drugs, so I really don't know why. And my like with the case and everything, my uncle, it's all on him. It's like I'm just here just because I was there. I really don't do no drugs. I just finished high school. I just started my life, bro. Just got on my mom's crib. That was my first house. But Just that I let my uncle in there, and that's why I'm sitting here to this day. It's like all this stuff that I gotta go through it and stop it for what I'm really trying to do.
Okay. Let's see. All right, you're all set then, sir. You can talk to Mr. Ledesma and we'll get you squared away. I'm gonna waive your fees for the next 2. Mr. Ferguson, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Isaac Ferguson, file number is 22-01509. Council appearance.
Chris Martin for the people, Your Honor.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Joshua Ferguson, who's appearing separately by name.
Thank you. Today was the date that was reset for pre-trial. How do we want to proceed on this?
Your Honor, at this time, that we be requesting a final pre-trial and jury trial.
Is there an offer?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
September 27th for the final pretrial. And then October 11th for the jury trial.
Okay, final pre-trial is going to be September 27th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Your jury trial will be October 11th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Both of those will be held here in person at the court. Okay, sir?
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
October 11th, I'm supposed to be going to Clayton County to talk to my attorney out there because I'm supposed to start trial for another case on October 12th.
Okay, well, if we continue beyond the 27th, then we'll change that date, okay?
Okay.
All right, so your attorney will let us know if we need to reset that date after the 27th. Okay,
All right, thank you.
no problem. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Not for defense, thank you.
You're all set, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you.
We just did Mr. They're gonna put him on. Oh, he's downstairs.
With your permission, Your Honor, I'll go bring Mr. Miller.
Give me just a moment.